Most pest control owners don't actually know which routes are making them money. They know revenue, they know how busy their techs are, but they don't know where profit is quietly leaking. This calculator here exists for one reason: to tell you in about 5 minutes whether a route is worth keeping, fixing, or eliminating entirely. The mistake I see over and over is owners treating routes as generally profitable just because the business is overall profitable. But routes don't fail loudly, they fail quietly through windshield time, callbacks, underpriced customers, and overhead drag. This tool isn't meant to optimize your business, it's to be a flag of where your attention should go. So let me walk you through exactly what this does. You'll see in the light blue cells here, there's 8 different inputs. By entering these, you can reasonably estimate 3 things. Is this route profitable right now? What threshold would make it profitable? And what the correct action is to take based off the results. The output is binary, and that's intentional. There's 3 different options after you input the different data. Either a healthy route, which will recommend keeping or expanding this route. Yellow, for example, I'll drop this down, will be a fragile route, which would recommend fixing the pricing or density. Or this is a value destroying route, which means act now. Think about consolidating or raising prices, even if it means losing customers. The most important thing about this calculator is that it separates contribution margin from net margin. So down here, we've got contribution margin and, most importantly, net margin. A lot of routes look fine at a contribution margin level, but they can still hurt your bottom line because you're not factoring in all your overhead, your office, admin, marketing, fixed truck costs that isn't directly attributable to your cost of goods sold. That's why this doesn't stop at, is the route busy? But it forces you to ask, is this route actually earning its keep? If the route isn't profitable, the recommendation is pretty simple: either consolidate customers, raise prices, or reroute. If the route is profitable, recommendation is to continue to add customers and then expand. However, this tool is not going to tell you when to expand into a new geography. That's a completely separate decision with its own trade-offs and framework. Now, let's be very clear about some of the limitations here. This tool is not customized to your exact business. It doesn't replace a full route audit. It does not provide a competitive analysis, and it does not provide you what your perfect price is, and it never will. It's intentional that way. This calculator is meant to be very simple and easy to understand. Oftentimes, the biggest mistake people make with these tools is trying to make them too smart. This calculator is deliberately simple because its job is not precision, it's clarity. If the inputs are wrong, the outputs will also be wrong. It's not a bug, it's simply a mirror. The value isn't the number, the value is the conversation that it forces you to have with yourself. So if I was running a pest control company, here's how I would use this. Pick one route, plug in the assumptions into these light blue boxes conservatively. Don't optimize. If it comes back green, that's great. You'll know to double down. If it's yellow, you'll know where your money's hiding. And if it's red, you've just saved yourself months of denial. In addition, I've built in an assumptions tab that lays out each assumption, what it means, and when to change it. If you know specific market data for your business or your competitors that you want to use as a benchmark in here, you can simply type it into column B in these light gray cells, and it will populate in the summary tab. I built this tool to force clarity. Use it, break it, tell me where it lies. That surfaces uncomfortable questions, that's the point. I've linked to the template below. Start with the how to use. It'll only take a couple minutes, and you can click go to cell to enter each of these inputs. A simple exercise, and this will give you where your margin breakdown is between base, labor, chemical, callback costs, your contribution and net profit, as well as your time allocation breakdown.